We've seen how Dandy's world would be if it had pets, but what would happen if the game was fully focused on that and we didn't have to complete machines nor evade twisteds? Instead, we would just take care of our pets. This would cause the Toons we know and love to have a more animal design, becoming small and cute. On this tape, we will get to know the alternate universe of Dandy's world if they were animals. So, let's begin. Blue_Buey is the creator of this alternate universe, which has been posted on Reddit. Boxton the musical parrot. On this form, Boxton keeps the blue bandana around his neck. The feathers of his wings and tail are purple and blue colored, taking the bluish shades of his pants, and he has a small gray beak, same color as his legs, both taking this from the original key at the back of Boxton's head. Poppy the bubble bunny. On her animal form, Poppy is very round due to her bubble body. She has a couple of long ears and small legs and tail. Besides, this time the bow on her head, she has a couple of ribbons that have the same pattern as the socks of her Toon form. Dandy the blooming bee. Dandy is now a bee, keeps his petals. Now he has 6 little green legs, a pair of wings, and has a big sting with green stripes. Yada the acrobatic cat. Yada is a small piñata cat. Most of the elements Yada has on her Toon form are also present here, except for the hair locks at the back of her head. She also now has pink cat whiskers. We can observe she keeps her ribbon tails. Tisha the hygienic cat. Tisha is now this small pet. She has a pair of cat ears on her tissue box head. Her dress has become the design of her body, and now she has a feather duster as a tail, which will probably help with her affinity for cleaning everything she sees. Eggson the old eastern lizard. In this form, Eggson has become this type of lizard. He keeps the clothing of his Toon form, also his glasses. Seems to have lost his iconic egg yolk color pattern at first sight, but is actually visible when he opens his mouth. Astro the lunar moth. Being a moth, Astro's body is covered by his wings, which have the pattern of 2 crescent moons. He also keeps his hat. Fortunately, Bluey_Buey also shows Astro's full body when extending his wings, and without his hat, we can see his legs and abdomen, besides a pair of long blue antennae with small white dots. Rudy the jolly reindeer. Rudy is one of those Toons that doesn't really change much, only his head is a bit smaller. Same with his legs, due to the fact that he's now standing on 4 legs instead of 2, and his horns are a bit thicker. Shrimpo the angry shrimp. Shrimpo is now more similar to a real shrimp. His body is being replaced by small legs. On his head he has antennae, and both his head and new body seem a bit bigger, although Shrimpo in this new form is surely just as grumpy. Louie the funny bunny. Similar to Rudy, Louie doesn't have many differences. His head is a little longer, and now he has a small green nose. His eyes are bigger, his ears and tail are a little longer, and the legs are smaller. Cosmo the cosmic puppy. Cosmo takes the form of a small puppy. He keeps his shirt, his eyes are much bigger, and now he has small legs and a curled tail with colorful sprinkles. V, the famous robotic cat. This version of V has significantly longer antennae. Her legs are more polygonal than the others due to her robotic nature, and her microphone tail seems to be a bit longer. Cole the moody Cole. Since Cole already has an animal form, in this alternate universe we can see her as a conventional Toon. She has long hair, uses a pair of red earmuffs, wears a big red sweater, and instead of the cargo bags Cole carries, she has a backpack with her flag and uses a pair of socks with white and pink stripes.
It's free and it's easy. Join right now. Now! In every video, one will be chosen. A random character, never the same one. If you want, you can participate. Just post it in the community tab.
So subscribe now, folks, and don't miss a moment of our amazing content. Character selected at random. Your character may suffer awkward poses, strange lore, and mild existential dread.
Flight the spring butterfly. Flight's animal form uses plenty of the elements already present on his design. Now we can see small legs on his body and an abdomen. Roger the detective owl. Roger is now an owl. keeping his magnifying glass head and taking advantage of the handle he had on the original to now represent his tail. Roger now has a pair of wings, a small beak, and black legs. Also keeps the violet scarf Roger wears. Brightney, the book-loving firefly. As a firefly, Brightney is one of the toons that changes the most. In this form, she has a completely different head shape. A couple of antennae and 3 white spots on the top of her head. The original Brightney design is used for her wings. And we can also observe her white legs and her abdomen. Shelly the Ignored Ammonite. Shelly is one of the toons that has changed the most. She has now become an alive ammonite. Instead of just the shell, we can see her trinket on her shell. Her body is now brown and has 5 arms. Also, we can see a fun variation of Shelly transform into a chicken Shelly. Tegan the Elegant Feline. Tegan keeps her cup head. On this version, Tegan has small legs. The handle of the cup can be interpreted as a tail. Besides, she possesses fluffy collar with golden glimmer and a small sphere at the center. Finn the Joking Seal. Now Finn is a little seal, his head being based on the fishbowl head. We can appreciate that Finn now has flippers and a tail, wears a lifesaver with the colors of the original Finn clothing, has a small fang showing on his mouth, although curiously enough, it is the exact position the original doesn't have a tooth. This is how Finn would look in his seal form without his lifesaver, completely naked. Sprout the Pastries Loving Dog. On his animal form, Sprout keeps the shape of his head, but it is used differently. The lower part being his snout keeps his white and pink scarf. His legs are longer than those of the other toons and also has a tail with a leaf at the end. Ginger the Holiday Cookie Cat. I adore Ginger in this version. She keeps plenty of the traits she has in the original. Her bitten cookie head, some of the icing hair at the top. She has some fur beneath her head. Her body has a pattern of reddish striped shades. Her legs take the colors of the original socks of her toon version, and she now has a long tail that has the same color as her fur. Toodles the Playful Little Chick. Toodles is now a little chick. She looks adorable, takes her 8-ball head as her body, now having wings, tail, and chicken legs. Her eyes are very big, and she also has a small black beak. Razzle and Dazzle, the comedic and tragic dragon twins. The twins have now a larger body, a pair of wings, similar to their legs. All their limbs maintain the color of their respective mask, which are now slightly longer. We can observe Razzle showing his tongue, which keeps the same style of the ribbon their heads connect to. Similarly, their 2 tails share this material. Connie the Mischievous Cat. Connie's animal form is only a bit different because since she is a ghost, she doesn't change much. Now she has paws instead of hands. Her hair is replaced with cat ears with a lock of hair on her forehead. And she also has long whiskers. Glisten the Gorgeous Peacock. Glisten's animal form takes advantage of his personality, since similar to Glisten, peacocks also enjoy sharing their beauty due to their colorful tails. In this instance, Glisten's tail has a pink shade, has a small pink beak too, wings and legs, besides a pink bow on his forehead. Coco the Chocolate Bunny. Coco is one of the toons that almost doesn't change in her animal form, since all the traits she has in her original toon form and also present here, the only difference between her shorter legs. Lola the Bratty Kitty. Lola is an OC created by Money Tomatilo, which Blue Billy has added to this alternative universe. On her animal form, Lola is a small grumpy cat. Her head is a lollipop and has a big pink bow and wears a blue dress. Goob the Silly Doggo. As an animal, Goob keeps all his personality intact. Being very easily distracted, his eyes look at different directions. Has a couple of ears, one red and one blue. The fur beneath his head is a little fluffier, and his long arms are kept on his animal form. So he has to walk like this. Scraps the Crafty Kitty. As a kitten, Scraps' ears are slightly longer. She has a few paper whiskers, and the dress is very similar to the original, although with some small changes on its shape. She has small pink paws and keeps her tail, which as we know has a small plastic cup in the end. Flutter the silent butterfly. Flutter, similar to Flight, uses many of the elements she already had on her original design. In this form, we can see that she has several small legs and an abdomen with different pink shades. Her wings are much larger, just like her eyes. Gigi, the greedy raccoon. As we know, Gigi loves to borrow other Toons' belongings, so a raccoon represents her perfectly. Keeping her gachaphone head, she has small legs and a large long tail. Bassie the Limit Spring Dog. Being a dog, we can observe Bassie's basket as her body. The handles of her basket now look like long ears and walks around using her tiny legs. Bobette the Jolly Christmas Cat. Bobette now has a long Christmas hat with the pattern and colors of her sweater. Her ornament shape also allows for the string that used to be at the top of her head to be used as a tail. Now I have a question. What kind of form would I take if I was magically transformed into an animal? Or maybe I could transform into a...